welcome back my DIY nomads. I hope all of you guys are doing really well today. Me, Soph and Luna, the dog, are we're currently up near Stratford-upon-Avon at Ragley Hall. We're doing the Handmade Fair. Well, we're not doing the Handmade Fair. Soph's working at the Handmade Fair. She's one of the creators that's doing lessons and everything. There is the old Raggers Halls in the background. Yeah, we just came up for a little trip. We're here for the weekend, and it is a really beautiful part of the country around here. The villages are very pretty, and just very quaint, very British sort of style. Morning everyone, it is now day two, thanks Soph. We've woken up and we're at the campsite. We're not bothering to sort of wild camp because it's sort of like Soph's working. We just want an easy we just want to be able to have quick and easy access to loos and showers and just make everything a little bit easier while she's doing all the work at the fair. We do have the morning free though up until about 1:30, so we're going to head into Stratford-upon-Avon today. And what I thought I would do is just run through a few sort of van bits and how I up until now how I feel like the van's been going. Firstly, and yet again, I'm going to talk about my bulkhead curtain. Whether or not it's thermal, I am absolutely loving this goddamn thing. It's amazing. I also really like the way that it folds over, so you've got like an overlap, and it works so well. Just being, Luna, stop killing Teddy. The amount of condensation is actually there's nothing on the sides, and on the front it's very minimal. So overall, I think it was about 7 or 8 degrees last night. And it is, I don't know what the temperature outside, it is apparently 9 degrees outside now, and it's 20 degrees in the van. Ooh! I'm just going to touch up about the Wallace thing again. I am really liking it still. Really do like the Wallace. We put it on, it's about 7:30ish now. I put it on about 6:30 because I was naturally awake and around. And it was quite cool in the van. We hadn't had any heating on all night. And put it on. Half an hour later, the van was very cozy. I can't tell you exactly what the temperature is, but it's an hour later and it's 20 degrees in here. So, roasty toasty. Decided to open up the roof hatch to get some nice air circulating. So, really effective. That was on setting 1, and that's using 0.09 litres an hour, apparently. So, very sort of effective way to heat the van. One negative thing is I think the foam edging that you use to sort of put it onto the surface, I think that maybe gives it, I don't know whether it's a sound dampening or something like that, but whether that's squidged over time, I can notice the pump sound more, the sort of dun, dun, dun of the pump as it's working a lot more evidently now. I'm going to have a look at ways that I can reduce that sound, because the fan doesn't bother me in the slightest, but a monotonous tap that's at the same beat every time can actually sometimes get your nerves. So I'm going to look at whether I can remedy that, but still all good. Soph's been pretty happy in the van last night. She's very comfy, it's very warm and cosy. Got a nice big double bed, which is so nice. How are you finding the van, Sophie Palmer?
Do you know what? This van is way better than our last one, because I like being able to stand up in it. And as a girl getting changed, that is very important to me. This bed is very comfy. I'm so glad we went and got that mattress thing, because it does make a huge difference when you're sleeping. The heater, actually, the fan is not noisy, and I normally get woken up by stuff like that, and it didn't wake me up at all, and makes such a difference having like a warm van in the morning. And yeah, I just really like it. It's so spacious. That's one thing that I really like about it. It just feels like we're at home. And plus, the dog likes it. So that's always a bonus. What is she eating Teddy?
She's just malleting Teddy. One thing I totally forgot to do, I was going to time how long it took to boil up some water for tea. So I'm going to redo that just for you guys, even though we'll probably just have a secondary cup of tea. Can you stop licking my legs? So I'm going to time that now, put it on. I'm basing this from the point of when the heater is already heated up to setting 1 and it's just like been there, you know, like I'm not going, this isn't from cooker from cold, this is from setting 1, like warmed up. So here we go. Right guys, here we go. It's coming up to 10 minutes. The water is now basically boiled. Now I know what you're thinking, 10 minutes is a long time to boil some water, but this cooker was on only setting 1, which is like warming your van overnight setting, so it's not going to be pumping out loads of heat. What I'll do later today is put it on setting 6, we'll really ramp it up, and I'll try and reboil some water and we'll compare. But really, to be honest, if you put it on in the morning, go out, do your wheeze or do anything, get dressed or something like that, by the time you come back to it, it'll be ready to go. Well, that was Stratford-upon-Avon, everyone. Very pretty town. Lots and lots of shops that are orientated around Shakespeare because he was born there. But apart from that, there are some real gems to find. As I said earlier, we're going to ramp up the Wallace to level 6. It is absolutely roast. I'm just standing near this thing. It's pumping out so much heat. So I'll be quite interested to see how long this takes to boil some water now. So setting 6 on the Wallace. Let's give it a go. Right guys, that is 6 minutes 43 and we've got boiling water. I'd say that's a big change from before, you know, whole 10 minutes. That's reduced it by three and a bit minutes, which is pretty useful. But in my mind, it still doesn't really bother me. I'd still wait the 10 minutes on setting 1 and just save the diesel.